high orc type of vibe. But since we're talking about solo leveling Jin-Woo and his aura farming antics, do you think he is now the new face of anime? That I think that's the bigger question right there. Do you
But I
think
think
it's him, Luffy, or Kakarot,
we'll
like
Goku.
or somebody else?
So I think Goku always will be. I kind of think there's like no replacing him. But if you look at in terms of the new face of like manhwa, like the way that Dragon Ball opened up the possibilities for mangas to get animes,
Mhm.
Solo Leveling's doing the same thing for manhwas to get animes. So if you look at like the face of manhwas, I say Jinru's the face of that.
Okay, I like that.
Wait,
I
so he's the
think
face
I
of
can get agree.
manhwa.
Yeah, face of manhwas.
No, but also what? Doesn't his anime make him potentially the face of anime because he, because of all the hype and you've got people that be watching the
Yeah.
people that don't even watch anime be talking about Jinwoo. I mean, just for the perspective, I don't think he's the face of anime. I think I would, I would probably still say. Oh crap! It's actually a difficult one. Actually, as painful as it is to say, I actually think
Sunraku.
Luffy. No, it's not Sunraku. No, 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 no. Sunraku's the goat, but he's not the face of anime. I've accepted that. Um, I think as of right now, I think, and his series has been on hiatus. I think I actually think the face of anime at this moment in time is probably Luffy. Right now, at this moment in time, right now, it's Luffy.
So I'll say Luffy's probably the second. Just in my opinion, I don't think Goku could ever be, overlooked as the face because
Yeah.
basically Dragon Ball opened up the possibilities for all animes.
Yeah.
But not everybody's
I
watching
agree with
Dragon
that.
Ball.
I'm
So
gonna have to
so
say
would you
Goku.
say the conversation would be better as the modern face then?
That's what I
I
said.
say
As
for
of
the
right
season.
now, right now,
I say
right
Yeah.
like
now.
right now though. Right now, yeah, it is Jim right now.
You
It's not.
think
But I
Jinwoo
got a
over
feeling.
Luffy?
That's what I was about to finish. I was about to say, look, right now, yeah. But as soon as this new arc that coming out this week, right, for One
Yeah,
Piece,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's gonna go right back to Luffy.
Yeah. Okay. What
Honestly,
about you,
that's
Shin?
how I feel.
So this new face of anime thing, like I mean, I never really thought about it until y'all brought it up like this. But like, if I have to make a educated guess of this, I don't think it's Jin Woo. I definitely don't think it's Goku. Now, Goku is a pop culture icon for anime, or kinda, yeah. Like you could show a picture of Goku and the to a random person on the street, and they would know. They probably won't know his
Hmm.
name is Goku, but they would know he's from Dragon Ball. So like I would say that even you'd be hard pressed even nowadays for Luffy too. Like I don't think you could show a picture of somebody showing Luffy random person on the street and they'd be like, yeah, I that's One Piece. I know. I still don't think One Piece. I know One Piece is popular. Don't get me wrong, but I still don't think it's up there like Dragon Ball is and probably will always be. But as far as the new face of anime, like modern anime, if you go off of I guess the best website ever, my anime list, the actual face of anime is Frieren.
Frieren?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frieren is would be the one that's up there. So like
But when
I
you
would
say
probably say
modern, yeah, you know what? When you say modern, yeah, because it did win like best anime of the year.
yeah,
It
and
won. They
people
won like
still
four
talk
times
about that.
last year, didn't it? It won like four or
Yeah,
six
Hmm.
times last year for
like
anime of the
that's
year.
that's like the best thing since sliced bread. So like, I would have to arguably say it's Frieren. If you talk about face of anime, it's not Jin. I wouldn't say it's Jinru because there's already people were saying like just in general about solo leveling. I know it's a topic for us later down the road, but like talking about it's overhyped and stuff like that. But like it's um Jinwoo. I wouldn't put Jinwoo because like when you
But
look at
wouldn't you?
Jinwoo,
Wouldn't
he's generic anime guy. That's what
yeah.
Jinwoo
Yeah.
looks like. He's generic anime. He's basically the template of every isekai main character. That's what Jinwoo is.
Yeah, he is. He is. So would you? So you wouldn't think the records is breaking at least on Crunchyroll, which, granted, we know there's other sites and stuff, but it is the biggest legal site that people watch stuff on. You don't think that that plays into it, a case for Jin Woo being the face?
Nah, nah. I would probably even argue not even Jinwoo. It'd probably be something that's still is quote unquote hyped right now. It would be like Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen. Like because like granted those things the mangas ended, but the animes have not ended yet. And those are still up there in the zeitgeist of at least
So do
the
do you think
oversaturated
Deku?
of
You
I
think
mean
after
even
you
though he's
start
not the
saying those
best
names,
character. Yeah, like
like,
that. Even though he's not the best character, but like, yeah, he is the face of my hero. So like, that's another thing. Like that's another, and everybody who's talked about it so far, like everybody who's mentioned the character besides Frieren, everybody's mentioned somebody from Shonen, and that is the biggest genre of anime in general. But like that's what people know because like that's what's being pushed out is shonen, the battle manga, the battle anime, like that. So like those people are those things are what's being shown. Now I think even Deku or My Hero is falling out of favor right now, mainly because of the superhero boom is kind of dipping right now. So like there's that. So like I don't think that is the
see,
case, but like
I would still put, if we're going to start like talking, because I wasn't even thinking about Demon Slayer and stuff because current seasons and stuff. But if we're talking, I would put Deku over what's his name, Toji and
Tanjiro.
and Tanjiro. I would Yuji. I'm sorry, Yuji and Tanjiro. I would put Deku over them two
Oh,
for
we
sure.
we ain't even talking about Yuji
But
though.
I don't
It's
think
Gojo.
Yeah,
I
it's really
mean,
Gojo.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't even. I'm
Gojo's the
not even
main
really a
character,
big
bro.
JJK like enthusiast. So I was like
Like,
Gojo
That's
just
all
went
people
straight
know
over
is
my head.
Gojo.
yeah,
So
in
so
my
what are you
Go
opinion,
through
thinking,
that.
Forbes?
in my opinion, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like in my opinion though, the modern day classic, I feel like the modern day classic is JJK. That's what I feel like. JJK is as popular as it is. It's the modern day um Buku best anime or whatever you want to call it. Uh,
you're putting your vote in for Gojo as a face of Gojo or Freerin.
yeah, either one of them. I would
Either
say
one of
that would
them.
be my
You
Okay.
got to
vote.
pick
Yeah.
one.
Nah, I'll
Um,
let him sit on either one. I'll let him sit on
No.
either one.
they both got white hair. What you want?
So okay, so this is interesting. So I've got
Freerin just
Luffy.
Gojo in cosplay. That's all that is. What
Oh,
what 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 you got? What you got for us, Forbes?
I thought I already did already.
Gotta
Oh
do
yeah,
it
you
again.
did.
No, you gotta do it again. You gotta do it again.
Let's
Word.
reiterate it. Let's reiterate it.
All right. Well, shoot. Well, like I said, I feel like right now, like, cause anybody knows about Luffy, bro. Like, I feel like Luffy is the new face of anime, honestly. Cause when I say it's
Yeah.
like international, like, so that's why I say he's up there.
Yeah,
And like
I would have
he's
to say
actually getting up,
Luffy.
like he's getting up there with Goku though. Not as far as like I mean like as far as popularity, because like when I say everyone knows about One Piece now, everyone like whenever
I
somebody
I
tells
would
me
say
something,
I would say what put Luffy up there for me is the fact that he has a float in the Macy Day parade.
yeah,
At least for
yeah,
like a year or two, he had one. I think that kind of puts him more up there as the torchbearer for
mhm,
anime. Uh, and I think that's one of the things to look at. I think Shin had a good point with my anime list rankings and how Freerin is number one and stuff like that. but I also think having stuff that breaks outside of the anime sphere, like having
Yeah.
a Thanksgiving float in the Macy Day Parade, I think that's kind of symbolizes it right there. That
Like, don't
I
get me
Luffy,
mean,
wrong though. Like free rent, like, bruh, that's a great story, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna cap, bro. Like,
I
that's
still need to watch it.
probably in
I
my
still need
top
to
10.
watch it.
That's literally like one in my top 10, bro. It definitely is.
Was in like all
Like,
time.
bro, that was a great story, bro. Like, it started off slow, but it picks up immediately, bro.
Hmm.
And then you
I
hook
would.
right after that. I don't watch it twice already.
Me too. It's that good.
I think I watched it
I
like
ain't
one
even
and a
seen
half
it.
times.
I ain't even seen it. So
So wait, so you busy? So you
Hold up,
busy
hold
flag
up.
well,
bearing
I ain't even
spirit? And
seen it.
You need to look at it,
Hell,
bro.
I ain't even.
He
Hell,
made a
I ain't
good,
even
and he
seen.
made a good, he made a good
Oh,
like
you made a
point to it.
great
Like,
point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah.
I
I
ain't
need to
gonna
watch
Exactly.
even
it
look.
like 6 times.
Like
Danny
I
was
know. I like.
alright.
Listen, I know my stuff. Hell, to be honest, I ain't even seen JJK. But
Oh
I've
man.
read the manga, and the same thing
Oh,
with
but
Frieren. I've read the
Oh,
I
that's
read the
agree
something
with that.
manga,
different. Then
so
that's
like,
something different.
That's what I
but like
agree with.
I know, but seeing all this talk about it, like even with the Macy Day parade thing. If you want to be super technical about it, Tim, Pikachu has been there for the
No,
longest
no, no.
time.
Yeah, yeah, he has,
So
but
Yeah, but we're
Pikachu,
talking about
Pikachu
the
time
new,
gone though.
like
Like,
new right now. Like it's sort of
he's
like
gone though.
we
it.
got a
it
new Pikachu. What are you talking
no,
about?
no, no,
He
no,
got
no.
a
I don't know
captain hat
about
on and everything.
No, because it's the same thing with like Goku. Goku, like Attic was saying, Goku is like the god like Mount. If you had a Mount Rushmore, Goku gonna be up there. Pikachu's gonna be up there. They are the forefathers of it. So now it's like let's leave them out because that's an unfair advantage. Because somebody could easily sit there and say Pikachu, Ash, Goku, fucking Sailor Moon, like shit like that because they came before and they were the face of anime. But now we're
hmm
talking about like right now. I would say like if you want to do an argument for Goku, then you would have to talk about Daima, but I would still have to say Luffy would still have to be above him because consistently he has been in the sphere of being the face of anime. Right now, Jin Woo is like a flash in the pan. Freerin has longevity, like a
Yeah,
purpose, like she has,
he's eventually gonna get there.
yeah, like there's potential for her, but as of
hmm
right now, we've seen like kind of like the gradual build of Luffy to the point since like 2020 2021 he has been a consistent face, and even right now with his 6 month hiatus, a lot of people are still talking about Luffy, like they're talking about like Luffy with solo leveling, Luffy with uh
They
I guess
definitely doing a
solo
lot of
leveling is
preparing.
really the only
Yeah, they
thing,
are.
but like they bring it up with other series as well. But the fact that Luffy is still being talked about 6 months removed now, could that be because there's still a manga going on? Yeah, but it's the same thing. I think he's still, as of right now, the face of modern anime. I would say has to go with Luffy. Now, if we're going to break it down by seasons or whatever, then Jin Woo would be for like the last 2 seasons would be the the face. But I think overall, if somebody put up Jin Woo and then somebody put up Luffy, somebody's gonna be like, oh, they know who Luffy is, and I think they would know who Luffy is before they knew who Freerin is too.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, of course. Yeah, they
I,
definitely would.
yeah, I actually got a question about the whole Luffy thing. Do you think if Toei did not focus solely on One Piece over Dragon Ball all these years, that we would be saying a different answer?
They probably would, cause they just said
I'm,
forget the budget, bro. Like
I
and
mean,
just
it's
do it
it's
all. Oda
yeah,
said here, Oda.
yeah. With Wano, they did throw. I ain't mean to cut you off, Forbes, but
You good? You
with
good?
with Wano, they did throw like an unlimited budget at it. But also you have to take into account the amount of breaks that Dragon Ball just naturally goes on, right? Like I
Yeah.
think it would be a different conversation if Dragon Ball was constantly running from 2018 to now, and versus a 3, 4, 5 month period of Daima and then nothing else. But Toei also didn't put too much promotion into Daima either, and I think that's because it was cross-platform, and the legalities and stuff that's going on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Basically, that was my whole point. Was like if we had continued Super from 2018, I feel like Dragon Ball would have been the consistent um, face that that One Piece has been doing since then.
Yeah, I can see that,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
with the stuff we've gotten in
That's
the manga
interesting.
and stuff. I
Yep.
could definitely see that. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Could be. Yeah. Hmm.
I
Yeah.
definitely could see that.
Sanraku's still the goat, but it's all good.
All right,
It's
man.
all
Anybody
good.
got anything
It's
else to
all good.
add to it?
It's all good.
Anybody
It's all good.
anybody got anything else before we drop the gavel on that one? Cause what the hell, man?
Nah, I'm good.